Hi, I'm Jade Parsons and this is my media evaluation. Question 1. In what ways does your product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? Our chosen genre for our opening sequence is horror. Typical codes and conventions in a horror film could be death, blood, gore or ghosts, etc. We use these codes and conventions to represent horror throughout our opening sequence to build up suspense and to let the audience know about the genre we are trying to pursue. In our film, we use many typical aspects of horror-based film, such as dark and eerie setting, music that builds up suspense, props such as knives, and characters that convey a bad guy or good guy thriller aspect. We looked at other films who are in the horror and film and thriller genre to pick up ideas such as Scream and The Ring. We used ideas such as Scream, where we only see the first character at the beginning of the film to build up lots of tension, and then we introduce other characters more slowly. The two evil characters, who are me and Fosa, we both wear black. This connotates death and darkness, where in contrast, Jess is wearing white. This portrays that she is innocent and the person who is being held captive. We set our film opening at night time, which is a connotation to represent horror. We use a dark, eerie garage to create intensity. To link the codes and conventions of horror, we see myself in a slow motion, which is an effective and scary edit. The knife action, rough actions, and the fact that you do not see Fosa's face until the end. We use these to captivate entertainment by keeping our audience on their toes and wondering what will happen next, and also frightening us. What I think works well in our opening is that we follow the rule of most horror films by not giving away too much too fast. This keeps the audience wanting to watch more and find out more. It does not It does fit the typical connotation of a horror film, and it works very well, as we have used sounds that are eerie and scary and not used much dialogue, which creates more atmosphere, and the settings, props, and characters fit the horror genre well. Question 2. How does your media product represent particular social groups? We rated our film as a 15 plus, as we do use a range of knife, horror, and ideas of rape, stalk, or obsession, which some viewers may find disturbing. We use a range of male and female characters of different race, age, background, and this gives us a wider range of audience because we have a selection and have not focused on a specific age or gender. Unpredictably, we have used a woman as the villain to bring a different twist to the typical convention of horror, which is usually a man. This makes the audience more confused and ask more questions. Question 3. What kind of media institution might distribute your media product and why? We made our own production company, which is called Lightbulb Production, which we made all together as a team. It is a professional looking logo, and we have used Dimension Films and Steel King Production as ideas to make our logo. We would categorise our film as in the Dimension Films as they produce the film Scream, which is in the same level of horror as our film, so I believe they would distribute our film very well. Question 4. Who would be the audience for your media product? The main audience would be above 15, so I believe initially an 18 range group would be interested in this film. What I think works well in our opening is that we follow the rule of most horror films by not giving too much away too fast, so a broad range may like it. Throughout the process of making our opening, we have always wanted a 15 plus audience, as younger people may find some of our ideas disturbing and parents may be against their children watching it. I believe an audience who enjoy mystery and a mystery behind a thriller will enjoy watching my opening sequence. The next question says, how did you attract or address your audience? We wanted to create more suspense as we used slower motion by editing. This created a lot of suspense for audience by not seeing both the villain's face. This creates a lot of fear as we do not know what their face will look like. The theme, setting and characters are all dark. We edited this to make both villains look aggressive. Question 6. What have you learned about technologies for the process of constructing this product? To edit our opening sequence, we used Final Cut. This is such an effective software and it gives you so many techniques to create a better atmosphere, such as slow motion, smoother cuts and jump to different scenes, and to merge them all together to create a short film. We also used GarageBand to create music and sound for our film. We imported our film onto GarageBand and then added sounds from this software and also made new sounds. These programs made our opening so much more effective and much more intense. The final question. Looking back at your preliminary task, what do you feel you have learnt in the progression from it to the full product? The preliminary task taught me how to effectively shoot a film and how to use a camera properly without it looking unsteady. However, we all did struggle to get the camera to focus on certain characters and then cutting to another person. We did, however, get the other over-the-shoulder shot, which we further used in our opening. I do believe the preliminary helped us in starting our opening as we introduced the camera, the tripod and the editing software before we started on our final piece. Thank you for watching my evaluation.